Do you feel tired, but can't quite explain why? It's not normal tiredness. It's the kind of exhaustion that rises from the womb and crawls up your chest like a silent tide. It's waking up with a heavy body, as if you slept with the weight of the world on your back. It's trying to focus and feeling like your head is floating. It's looking in the mirror and not knowing exactly what changed, only knowing that something did. You're not alone. And no, this isn't just stress. It's not just a phase. It's not just PMS. It's your body begging for help. But no one ever taught you how to listen. When a woman disconnects from her womb, she slowly begins to fade. First goes the glow, then the libido, then the strength, until one day she wakes up and realizes she no longer lives inside her own body. That's exactly how it started for me. I was in the middle of my cycle, supposedly in the good days, but I felt like an empty shell. I remember the scent that morning, cinnamon and reheated coffee. Light came through a crack in the curtain and fell onto the white bed sheet, now stained red. I had started my period and hadn't even noticed what phase I was in. And there, with my hand on my lower belly, staring at that stain, a question came over me like a whisper. When did I stop living in my own body? And that broke something inside me. Because I already knew the answer. It was when I started ignoring the signs. When I turned pain into routine. When I accepted that feeling all of this was normal and not worth questioning. When being productive became more important than feeling alive. That same week, I started searching for answers. But not in the usual places, not in labs, not in rushed consultations. I turned to other voices, other women, other memories. I discovered Metrodora, an ancient Greek physician. She wrote about the female body with a tenderness I had never seen. She believed the womb was a center of wisdom, that every pain was a warning, that a woman's blood was a map, not a nuisance. And for the first time, I felt validated. I learned that rituals existed, simple ones, deep, silent, touching the belly, conscious breathing, herbal infusions, baths, cycles, listening. It wasn't magic. It was reconnection. And I started to try. Every night before bed, I placed my hand over my womb and whispered, "I hear you." At first it felt silly, but after a week, I cried, not from pain, from reunion. My body could feel I had returned. And in that process, I discovered 4 truths that changed everything. The first is that the menstrual cycle isn't a burden, it's a compass. When you learn to respect your phases, the expansion of ovulation, the retreat of menstruation, the introspection of the luteal phase, your whole rhythm shifts. You stop forcing. You start flowing. The second is that food is a message. Counting calories isn't enough. Your body needs different things in each phase of your cycle. More iron and comfort during menstruation. More lightness and vitality during ovulation. And above all, real food, living food, food with soul. The third is that every female body needs a ritual. It doesn't need to be long. 5 minutes. A moment of silence. A touch on the belly. A deep breath. A hot tea. A bath with coarse salt and lavender. A note to yourself. Your body knows when you stop to listen. And the fourth truth is the hardest to accept. The emotions you don't digest, your womb tries to process for you. The swallowed rage, the sadness you never expressed, the guilt, the fear, the frustration. It all gets stored there. The womb isn't just an organ, it's an archive. And that's how I started healing my story. Not with pills, but with presence. Did you know that over 70% of women only find out about hormonal imbalances when it's already serious? Fibroids, cysts, PCOS, early menopause, chronic insomnia. The body speaks long before that, but we've been taught to silence it. A follower wrote to me the other day, Joanna, 46. She said, "Clara, I never imagined I'd feel ashamed of myself for ignoring my body for so long. When I heard you say, 'I hear you,' I placed my hand on my womb and cried, because I realized it had been waiting for me all these years. I read that letter in silence, and I cried with her, because this story isn't just mine, and it's not just hers. It's the story of thousands of women living anesthetized, taught to be strong, but never taught to be whole. You may think aging is inevitable, and yes, time passes, but there's a difference between aging and abandoning yourself. Longevity isn't just living longer. It's living present, alive, with energy, with desire, with clarity. It's refusing to live as half. It's refusing to die slowly. And maybe, just maybe, the healing you've been searching for has always been in the simplest, most forgotten place. Inside you, in a warm cup of tea, in a bath with soft music, in a deep breath with your hand on your womb, in a new choice, in a no you needed to say, in a yes you never allowed yourself to feel. Deep down, you already know what you need. You just forgot how to listen, and now comes the hardest part. Because if you made it this far, you have two choices. Go back to the routine that's been making you sick, or begin creating the life that heals you. Which one will you choose? Do you believe this actually happens? Have you ever felt something like this, but never dared to say it out loud? If this touched you, it's because this video was meant to find you. Share it with a woman you love. Tell me in the comments what moved you the most. And subscribe to this channel, but only if you have the courage to truly start listening to yourself.